Hello, everybody. Welcome to the stream. This is Dragothien here. Let me turn the volume down. Today, we're going to be doing a little bit of an interesting stream. So, we were going to be doing, obviously, some Scipio wheel spinning, some hanging out, the back and forth, the jibber jabber that we usually do. However, today, we're going to be talking about this guy, this guy, Leonidas. And this has been kind of a hot topic considering Scipio just came out and people are trying to figure out, should I break up Guan Leo? They're so good and Leo's so awesome. And I'm just so tired of hearing it. So we're going to do the math, okay? We're going to do the math on quite a few things here. First off, I'd like to welcome everybody to the stream. Joker, Outsider, and Arianator needing to watch Eurovision semifinals, which, I'm a fan of Eurovision. That's not bad. Leonidas is here as well with us in the chat. Like, he's here. So that's a thing. Fjorjor and Tito823 Probjot Singh Dom is also here. Optimus Prime Tony Scar. Mr. I'm High Off Music is also here. Guan Yu. We have quite a few commanders inside the chat today. We've got Guan Yu, we've got Leo, we've got a lot of other ones. Lord Peter, welcome to the stream. Good evening, sir. Kloof, can you spin the wheel? I cannot spin the wheel. I'm not special. Everybody, has the same stuff. So they took the wheel down, and unfortunately, that means we don't have a wheel today. So that being said, thank you everybody for joining. Laxus, Captain Hook 916. We have Pavel, Tom, Contemption Game. I keep wanting to say contemplation. Sorry. Contemption Gaming, Anointed Assassins here as well, saying Leo's Live matters. We're going to see about that. So first off, let me jump over to what I've made for us, and I'm going to explain what we're going to be doing on this stream. And this stream will last as long as it lasts. So this is going to actually take some time. We're going to do this together, and we're going to do it a little bit of a John Wick style, in the sense that I could have just made, and I was thinking about this at first. I was like, I'll just make or I'll make a battle card with Leo versus this commander, Leo versus this commander. And I was like, well, that's going to be like 30 videos, first off, and that's a nightmare. Secondly, that's just more my opinion. And again, my opinion, I think, does have some relevance from an experience standpoint. I've used all these commanders in battle, in KVK, in ARC, all that stuff, and I can kind of give you my viewpoint on these things. But I want to go through the math with you guys. I want to go through the numbers and show you what I'm talking about, but I also want to take it a step further than just the numbers, and I want to apply some common sense to the numbers that we're actually going to apply into the information that we're going to be going over today. 1 + 1 does, in fact, equal 2, Joker. Probjet said he spun the wheel. So for those of you that spun the wheel before the fixes were happening, from what I understand, you were going for Scipio, but you were getting CJ heads. That sucks. My camera's lagging, Scar? No. That can't be the case. I fixed everything, damn it. Is that right? Is it still lagging? Oh, man, I really hope that's not the case. I guess it could still be. I really hope it doesn't. Damn. God dang. I thought I fixed it for sure. I did see what you guys were talking about. But man, I thought for sure I fixed it. Dang. I'm hoping it gets better over time, maybe. I don't know. Encoding overloaded. So maybe let me just go, let me go stream health. It says stream health is fine, but let me go and faster encoding codec set. Let me go to settings really quickly and see. Profile high, preset quality. Let me go performance. Let me go max performance, apply. Look ahead. What's look ahead do? Okay, and then psychovisual tuning. Some encoder settings that optimize the use of bitrate for increased perceived visual quality, especially in situations with high motion. So that should be a good thing. Here, let's go back down to 6,000 kbps and see if that helps as well. Let's see if that reduces everything. I'm hoping this goes away at some point. I really am. But that being said, hopefully it kind of gets good to go. I'm hoping this is all good. So let's get into what I'm talking about here. Let me go over to the spreadsheet. and let's talk about what we're going to be doing. So I've made this spreadsheet, and I'm going to hide myself when we're doing the spreadsheet, hopefully. And we're going to go through these things. Now, I've got 51 categories here. So we start with damage factor, and we're going to go all the way through these different categories. These are potential skills that can be fired off. So debuffs, buffs, attack increases, defense decreases, skill damage taken reductions, the whole nine. Everything that it could possibly have, a commander could have, is on this spreadsheet from a replacement for Leonidas standpoint. I'm sure there's probably another 10 or 12 different ones for other commanders that aren't really able to be used as a replacement for Leo. You know what I'm saying? But we're going to start out with Leonidas. We're going to go through Leonidas and we're going to put the values in. And then we're going to go through and add all the different replacements for Leo, and we can add as we go, that you think would be a solid replacement or at least a potential replacement for Leonidas. Now, I will be putting this spreadsheet up on my Discord. So if you guys have not gone to my Discord, the link is in the description below. Make sure you go and join there. It's completely free. I announce all my live streams there. We put tons of data there. We also just chit chat in the community chat every single day. But I'll be posting this there, so you don't have to worry about getting your pen and paper prop shot. You'll have access to all this stuff once we're done. I also want to make this spreadsheet usable to the point where you can actually select the different commanders that you want to compare, and it'll do an output for you through the CSV. So I'm going to try and get... God dang it. It's lagging again. It's ticking me off. Encoding overloaded. It's still saying encoding overloaded. I really don't know why. I really don't know why, guys. I'm so sorry that it's bugging up. I thought I had it fixed, but I guess not. Here, let me check one thing while we're doing this. Read over the descriptions really quick, and let's see if I can check something really quick. So let's click that. Right, change encoder preset. You know what it could be. Hold on, let me check. Let me check what it could be. It might be one thing that I didn't even think about. Properties. Yeah, that's what it is. So guys, my hard drive's full. My hard drive's full. That's what it is. Okay, let me do something really quickly. I doubt this is going to help this time, but I feel like it'll help next time. Let me do one thing really quick. So let me go and let's click downloads, documents, downloads. Yeah, this is definitely it. My hard drive's full. How simple is that? My hard drive's full. Yeah, it's my hard drive. Yusuf, welcome to the stream. Guys, stand by for like 5 minutes. I really want to try. I want to try and fix this for you guys. So let me try and do this really quickly. And again, read over the things that we're going to be going through here. I feel like we're going to be in really good shape. And it's all files, by the way. It's not even like let me click properties on downloads. Yeah, 160 gigs in downloads. Ugh. Sort by. Let's sort by size. Let's sort by size again, because that's got to be the smallest. Sort by size. Sort by descending. Not by time, by size. Hold on. 1.6. Okay, I've got it. View. Let's view it as a list of details. Don't split it up by days. And sort by size. Ascending. Here we go. I really wish it didn't break it down by day. Like that needs to go away. All right, so some of these things are Dragon V2. What's that? Oh. Okay, so let's get rid of some of this stuff. So delete. Let's see. I'm clearing some space on my hard drive really quick, guys. Be patient with me. I promise you, you'll be extremely happy you did. Delete all that. Don't need that. Don't need these. None of these. January, February, March, April. What are all these? Those are from the 8th. You're gone. I don't care. Let's see what else. You can all go. I'm never going to use you again. I'm not going to delete those. I think that's it for that. Where's the recycle bin? The empty recycle bin. Now let me see how much space that freed up. Okay, that freed up 143 gigs. I'm hoping that's going to be enough. I'm hoping that's going to be enough, guys. Okay, I'm hoping that's going to be enough. Let's get back to it. Let's get back to it. Nope, it still says encoding overloaded. That's a bummer. All right, we'll fix it later. We'll fix it later. All right, so let's go back into the game, and let's start breaking down Leonidas, all right? And sorry, guys, for that delay. All right, so the first skill for Leonidas, it's an AoE. Okay, so that's a thing. Troops led by this commander gain 30% increased health for 3 seconds. And deal direct damage up to 3 targets in a fan-shaped area. 600 damage factor. Wah, wah, wah. That's terrible. Oh my goodness. That's really, really bad. If the current target is affected by silence or attack reduction, it takes an extra 50% damage. So that's helpful, but again, we're back up to 900. We're up to 900 damage factor. Woo! That's really, really good. Not really. That's really not very good at all. So, the 30% health bonus is nice, but it's only for 3 seconds. So let's go over here. You have a damage factor of, it's 3 targets, right? 3 targets. So potential damage factor of 1,800. Now, the damage factor of 600, right? But it has this doesn't say that it has a 15% reduction per target. So that's something to think about. So let's just say a damage factor of 1,800. Additional damage factor of 900. And then, I'm sorry, 900 for damage factor conditional. So COND means conditional. And the stat range is 600 to 1,800. And then it's 300 to 900. Okay? It is an AoE. So we're going to do bold. And then we're going to do, I don't know why it's not letting me click this, but the letter needs to be green. Yeah, it's green. All right, there we go. So it is an AoE. Let's see what else we get. A conditional health bonus of 30%. So let's go over to the health bonus conditional. 30%. 3 seconds. And let's go ahead and do word wrap as well and all this stuff. 30% for 3 seconds. Contemption Gaming says targets always silenced. It's 2,700. Where are you getting 2,700 from? If you add both of them up, yeah, 1,800 plus 900, that's a total of 2,700. But I'm splitting those two things out. Because if you don't use Guan with Leo, if you don't have Guan primary, this doesn't apply. Or unless you find another attack reduction commander to go in front. So it only deals extra damage to the current target. Does it say that or no? If the current target is affected by silence, so it's only 1. So really, it can only be 300 more, not 900. So 300, right? So 600 to 1800 for the AoE, and then the target can, if it's silenced or attack reduction effect is applied, can get an additional 300 damage, right? This is correct? All right. It is an AoE. We do have the health bonus condition right there. Let's go to the second skill. When troops led by this commander consist only of infantry units, they gain 30% increased defense and gain rage 15% faster. So we're going to increase defense bonus conditionally of 30% if full infantry. And they gain rage 15% faster. So rage speed gain conditional 15% if full infantry. Randy Alexandra, welcome to the stream, buddy. Leonidas in the chat's taking exception to people saying Leonidas sucks. The commander in the game Rise of Kingdoms, Leonidas, sucks. Leonidas, not you in particular. All right, number 3, honorable sacrifice. When troops led by this commander are reduced to 50% of units remaining, incoming attacks have a chance to activate a shield, which can absorb a large amount of damage, 800 for 3 seconds. So shield conditional, 800 damage factor, 10% under 50%, right? So it's a 10% chance. No, hold on. It just says has a chance. It just says has a chance. Who knows what the chance is? Nobody knows what the actual chance is. When troops led by this commander are reduced to 50% units remaining, incoming attacks have a chance to activate a shield. So, does anybody know what the chance is? 623 Logan, welcome to the stream. Heard you talking smack on my kind, Drago. LT Hughes. Yeah, let's just say it's 10%. Let's just say it's 10%, okay? As the shield is activated, all infantry units led by this commander also gain 15% increased attack for 3 seconds. So increased attack bonus conditional, 15% during shield, which is already, as we know, a very low chance, okay? 4th skill. This is the one that really, and again, guys, this is the one that really, I'm going to put it on the spreadsheet, but I want you guys to understand what we're doing here. So while on the map, each attack has a 25% chance to grant troops led by this commander 10% increased damage for 5 seconds. This effect can stack up to 4 times. So a potential of 40%. We're going to go to damage, all damage increase conditional, all damage bonus conditional, and we're going to put 10% to 40%, okay? With 4 stacks. Nope, that's not what we want. Or up to 4 stacks. Or no, well, let's just do 10. Let's take that out, because that's going to get confusing. 10% to 40%, okay? Now, realistically, Tom, yes, Season of Conquest Forts drop books. So realistically, when you're fighting in a murder ball situation, for instance, and we're looking at this 4th skill here, realistically, right? Again, you're going in and out of combat. You're going to attacking for 5 to 10 seconds at most, and then you're pulling back. And then you leave battle at that point, and you have to start all over again. You're going in and out and in and out. Very rarely are you going to actually get this skill to 40%, let alone keep it at 40% to actually get benefit from it for you and whatever other commander you're pairing with Leonidas. Let's look at the expertise. This is even worse. When troops led by this commander are reduced to 10% of units remaining, troops deal 400% increased damage and take 50% less damage for 10 seconds. This effect can trigger once per hour. So basically every time you refresh your Leonidas, you'll get this as an activated expertise. So let's go back here. 10% unit remaining, 400% damage bonus. And again, we've already got a conditional damage bonus. So we're going to do 400% expertise and a 15% conditional damage taken decrease. So damage taken reduction, conditional, 50% expertise, and it's for 10 seconds. And then same thing with this, 10 seconds. All right. Now again, as we're thinking about how you actually fight, right? Who, by show of hands, who leaves their marches out until 10%? Most people, for the most part, once they get about half health, they refresh their marches. Unless it's a far away distance, and then you're going to let your marches die, especially if you're a spender. But if you're not a spender, the most efficient way to get proper possible trades is to go maybe half health and then refresh your troops, right? That basically means that you've maxed Leonidas for absolutely no reason. This will not apply in any situation whatsoever when you're properly fighting and using your armies effectively. So again, Leonidas' expertise, completely worthless in that scenario, which is most scenarios. Leonidas' fourth skill, very rarely will you get to 40%, and realistically, you might get to 10%, if anything. If anything. And yes, Anointed Assassin, sometimes you do get swarmed, but do you even last 10 seconds if you get just swarmed? Like, do you really? Like, do you? Yeah, maybe ruin fights. So what I'm seeing from these skills, ruin fights are a possibility. If you want to get your troops back faster, that's the way to do it, is to kill your troop. It's possible. The other thing that comes to mind with these skills is Sunset Canyon. Because you're going to, you can't pull your troops back in Sunset Canyon. It's an automatic fight. So if Leonidas dies, you're going to get those benefits. So Sunset Canyon and Lost Canyon by extension, this works very, very well. Okay. Fourth skill, expertise, both in those situations work very well. For your direct damage factor and health bonus, to me, it's subpar. Defense bonus, again, conditional with infantry units, and speed of rage gained, which again, you should always be using infantry with Leonidas. So I don't, it's conditional, but it's not really conditional. You know what I'm saying? But again, think about speed of rage gained, right? 15% bonus for speed of rage gained. Okay. With the exception of your active skill, with the exception of your rejuvenate skill, what other ways do you gain rage? You gain rage with other talents like Undying Fury, with Burning Blood. You also have other commanders that provide bonus rage. Also the Horn, the Kerouac War Drums. 15% of those numbers, guys, 15% of those numbers is how it works. So if you gain 9 points of rage with Undying Fury, you get a grand total of 1.4 more rage. And you have a number of 1,000 to hit your active skill. So unless you are, as you're gaining rage, and maybe we add all those up and say there's 6 or 7 of those. And say you're on turn 8 and you're at 996 rage. The only way that this will actually help you is if that's where you're at. If you're at 950 at the end of 8 turns with this skill fully maxed out, it will help you 0, because generally you're not going to get enough speed of rage gained to actually get over that 1,000 threshold. Okay. So again, kind of I don't even know if situational is the right word. It's just kind of right? Arc is also a thing, in the middle fights. It's not bad. But again, how much damage are you truly causing for 10 seconds when you have 10% troops? Like how much damage are you causing for 10 seconds with 10% troops? And again, it's going to be Guan Leo, right? Like most people aren't using Leo with anybody else, right? I think we can all agree with that. Guys, welcome to the stream if you haven't been here for a little while. What we're doing is we're going through Leonidas. We're breaking all of his statistics down on a spreadsheet of over 51 different conditions. And then we're going to go through the replacements for Leonidas and show, side by side, should you use somebody else besides Leonidas based off of the numbers that we're going through? Okay? So that's what we're doing. Saying the rage boost does help cast your skill before the enemy most times. I've not seen that. I've seen that if you have Guan primary and you have feral nature applied, or if you have a horn, that will help. That will help it. But I don't think if you don't have a skill damage or a skill talent tree commander primary and a horn or a feral nature build, that's the case. I've not seen that the 15% speed of rage gained is the critical factor of casting one turn earlier than your opponent. Caleb Shaw, whale use. So I'm a whale. Whale uses Leo Harald, and it's crazy tanky and good trade for them. That's from KVK3. That's not the case anymore, guys. There's better options. There's better options. So as you can see, Leonidas has a lot of situational skills that don't really apply for proper fighting in a KVK. Now, again, if you're talking about Arc, if you're talking about Canyon, if you're talking about Ruins situations, maybe a case can be made but again, you need to make sure in all of those situations that you're letting your army die completely. Like, that's the only way that even comes into play, really. Okay. So let's go over and let's talk about some commanders that you would maybe want to replace Leonidas with. Okay, so I think a good one is Alexander, right? I think that's the typical. We've also got Scipio Prime, right? What else do we have? We have YSG, I think, is another good option. I think we could even go through some of the other ones, like Charles and Richard, and I mean, we can go through all those. I plan on going through all the different infantry commanders. So in the chat, give me some more commanders that you want to compare using this data to Leonidas. Let's go ahead and list them all out. So, we're not making pairings for Leo. We're making replacements for Leo, but Honda actually is a good replacement for Leo. No, not Sundiak. I've already got Scipio Prime up there. CJ is definitely a good option. Mehmed is another good option. Bjorn is a good option, but I'm gonna do the legendaries up top, and then I'm gonna do the epics on the bottom. I'm surprised nobody said Sun Tzu. There it is, the Bow's God, Sun Tzu. Let's go. CJS, Gem. Let's see. Let's pair us up. Low, Scipio. Harald. Harold's another good option. Let's do Richard and Charles in here as well. I just want to do it. Why not? You think Mulan is a good replacement for Leo? A typical replacement for Leo, Devils? Stormwatch, have a good time at the Canes Bruins game, man. Leonidas, definitely not City Keeper. You're actually starting to turn into your rock counterpart, buddy, by saying that. Pakal is another good one. Centurion, not an option. Brian Miller, come on. So Chuck, CJ is Chuck. CJ is Chuck. Constantine, another good option. You think Ragnar's a good option, Lambo? You really think so? I mean, we can put him on here. Ethelfled, absolutely. 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 That's actually not how you spell her name. And I know there's an AE in there that's weird, but there you go. Ethelfled. I've already got Honda up there. I think these are all the legendary commanders that I would say, right? Like, so Constantine, we've got YSG, Richard, Charles. You can make a case for Barca, but again, we're talking endgame, guys, right? Like, we're talking endgame. Alex, Ethelfled, both are options, in my opinion. Guan is already going to be the pair, right? But we can add Guan on there if you want to, just to have the... In fact, you know what? Let's do that. Just to have the base standard, right? Obviously, we've just done Leo. Harald we have on there. Do you want to do Trajan, maybe? 623 Logan just said Trajan. I think if you're going to put a buffer behind Guan, do you really want it to be Trajan? I mean, he could provide some bonus durability here. While on the map, normal attacks will grant troops a stack of 6% increased defense for 10 seconds with the duration of resetting each time a new stack. We can do Trajan. I don't know. That's kind of iffy for me. And then we start to get into... Oh, Caesar. Let's do Caesar. Let's definitely put Caesar on here. Especially with the museum buffs, guys. Caesar's an option. Do you want to put Tamiris on here as well? I've got Pakal on here, Hank. Freddy? Leonidas, you want Freddy? Really? I can put him on here, but Stormwatch wants YSS. I looked into that one as well. I mean, we can put him on there too. Did you say Nevsky? Add Nevsky as well for the memes, Arflex. How dare you? We'll do YSS. That's fine. We'll also do... Let's do Trajan, just to say. And then I'll also do... You said Freddy, so we can do Frederick. We're not doing Charlemagne. We're definitely not doing Charlemagne. At this point, you're just saying like every legendary commander there is, right? Like, I think Bjorn is a good option. I think Ilji is a good option to do, and I also think, of course, Sun Tzu is good to do as well from the epic side. Osman's an option. We could do Osman as well. Let's do Osman. Osman. And that should be it. I think that should be it. I really do. Flavius, maybe? Let's do Flavius. We're not doing Moctezuma. I think Tommy as well. I think Tamiris for sure. I think that's an option. Joan, I don't think so, Stormy. With Guan. Tito 823, yes, I have Caesar right here. That's a good point. That's literally exactly what I said when I put it on there. You want Suleiman on here? I think we're getting a little extensive at that point. I think these are your typical replacements for Leonidas or subs out for Leonidas. Would you agree? I feel like this is about right. Undo. No. Yeah, what am I doing? I've done Excel before. Clear. I didn't mean to do it all the way down. Bingo. And we'll do purple. There we go. So we have legendaries and we have epics. Yep. Alex is literally the first one. Yep. All right, so additional damage factor. I already know off the top of my head Alex has 1,700. But it's conditional. It's conditional, so we need to put it over here. It's actually not technically additional damage factor. It's damage factor conditional, so let's do that. All right, so let's do Alex first. So, Kloof, I have Guan on there just to give us the stats, right? But typically you're going to have Leo with Guan, right? For the most part. I think 90% of the people that are using Leo have them with Guan. All right, so what does Alex's first skill give us? It's a shield and multiple other shields. It's also a 30% increased damage taken debuff. Oh, my goodness. During the effect of the shield, up to 3 enemy troops in the circular area take 30% increased damage taken. That's insane. That's why Alex is so good. So, technically it's an AoE, but not for damage factor. We won't say it's an AoE. First skill is going to be a shield active skill, and it's 1200 damage factor. Additional shield. That's going to be 600 times 2, right? Okay, so damage factor during the effect of shield up. Right. Meanwhile, he puts a smaller shield on the allied troops, including his own troops, with the lowest percentage in circling area. The smaller one lasts 2 seconds and absorbs a small amount of damage, so 600. 600 damage factor for the smaller shield. Right? We also have a conditional 30% increased damage taken for 3 troops. damage taken reduce. Let's see if we can find it. Target damage taken increase. We need to add another one. Well, it's not conditional, is it? It's technically not conditional. 30%. 3 targets. It's not conditional, it's just on skill cast. We'll do the most, so it's a good point, Stormwatch. We're going to go through the most proper ones first, and then we'll go through the rest, and if everybody wants to hang out for that, that's fine. We're not doing Theo, Yusuf. I don't think Theo's a good option for a replacement to Leo. She's really a garrison commander. That's it. Jeremy Bouvet, don't want to be rude. How much do you spend monthly? Lots. It's in the 4 digits. Joker, hey Drago, you know this math meme? We should make one with you. Yeah, you should. Mark, well, that's the play. I mean, guys, there's a reason that John Wick did so well with his channel, because this is the stuff that he did. And that's what my streams are going to be, is making content with you guys. And this is good content for you guys to have. This is good information for you guys to have. Again, I could have made a battle card video and just said 3 stars for Leonidas in this tab, 4 stars for Leonidas in this tab, 1 star for Leonidas in this tab. And then compared with Alex and say 5 stars for Alex in this tab, 4 stars for Alex in this tab. And it works. It's good, right? It gives you a good idea. It's a quick reference. But here's the data. Here's all the data. Rflex, no. You need, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put all of these in the data here, and then you're going to be able to go into the sheet and pick 2 commanders, and it's going to put it side by side for you, so you can make your decision. Ultimately, at the end of the day, at the end of the stream, Leonidas is going to be woefully underpowered here compared to everything else, right? Like, that's just the way it's going to be. All right, so that's the first skill. Second skill, direct damage factor of 1700. Situational, it's 10% chance. So damage factor conditional, 10% chance. And then healing effect reduction of 30% as well. 10% chance as well. Healing effect reduction, target healing effect reduction debuff. Negative 30% at 10% chance. There you go. That's the second skill. Third skill, while on the map, which you should be, we're talking about open field here. We're not talking about rallies. We're not talking, which is still on the map. We're not talking about garrison. So this is always going to be the case. Infantry units led by this commander gain 30% increased march speed and 30% increased attack. So attack bonus of 30% all the time, and march speed 30% all the time. That's good. That's really good. All right, conditional, fourth skill. When not shielded, troops led by this commander gain 40% increased attack. When shielded, troops gain 30% instead. So if we go over here, we have conditional. It's 40% attack when shielded. And then 30% defense when not shielded. There you go. And then the expertise, which we already applied, because before it didn't have the extra shield. Oh, no, it did. It didn't have the 30% increased damage taken, which is a huge debuff. All right, so that's it. So just between these two, okay, just between these two. And guys, you know as well as I do, first off, you know as well as I do that this 1700 fires off at least once every 10 seconds, sometimes twice every 10 seconds, sometimes 3 times every 10 seconds, but at least once every 10 seconds, this thing fires off. I would say on average for me, every 10 seconds, it fires off twice on a big scale, right? So you're doing 6 to 1800 damage factor over 3 different. If you hit 1800 damage factor, it's over 3 different targets. Your single target damage is at most 900 for Leonidas. Your single target damage factor is 900. Your single target damage factor for Alexander is 1700. It's almost double, okay? Tiny Tank, no, I'm right. James, I've got CJ right here. CJ, right here. So again, 1700 versus 900 damage factor. That's a check for Alex. Attack bonus of 30%. That's a check for Alex. Conditional attack bonus of 40%, which happens at least once every 7 seconds. Check for Alex. 15% for Leo. Defense bonus condition, which happens for multiple seconds during each skill cycle, 30%. Check for Alex. Well, I'd say maybe check for Leo for this one, because you just got to have full infantry. You have a health bonus condition of 3 seconds per 30 seconds when casting skill for Leo. But then you have a shield, a proper shield, of 1200 for Alex. Plus you give somebody else, including your own army, 600 damage factor shield. Whereas Leo potentially can do it when he's under 50% health. Has a 10% chance, maybe, to cast an 800 damage factor shield on himself. Is it hard to see it? Okay, let me zoom in a bit. How about now? You guys can see it okay? I think that should do it, right? Yeah, should do it. You guys should be able to see that okay, right? Black Shoulder. So the wheel, I've heard, is going to start tomorrow. Is this okay, or do you need it zoomed in more, guys? It's good. All right. Let's go back over. We do have the 15% rage speed gain for Leonidas, but again, we've noted that, to me, I've not really seen a difference between having it versus not having it. All damage bonus condition, 10 to 40%. This is Leo's 4th skill, again, and his expertise, which are basically irrelevant in real battle. Damage taken reduction, again, expertise to irrelevant in real battle. And then you can also, for yourself and your group, debuff 3 targets in front of you for 30% all damage taken increase with Alex. Also, he's got a target healing effect reduction. So if you're targeting a Richard, if you're targeting a Attila Takeda, if you're targeting a Freddy, if you're targeting a Double C, all those commanders have a heal. You have a negative 30% healing effect reduction placed on the target at 10% chance as well. And you have a 30% all the time march speed bonus. That's Alex. Let's go look at Scipio. Scipio Prime, I should say. Scipio Prime. Here we go. Scipio Africanus Prime. Black armor. All right, let's go through the skills. Again, I'm not in a rush to max Scipio, so I'm waiting for all the wheels that I possibly can until I actually need to use him in next KBK, basically. Alec Ginting is Alex Harald or Harald Alex good? Yeah, it's like one of the top 3 marches, in my opinion, in the game. So yeah, definitely. All right, first skill. AoE 2000 damage factor. So deals direct damage up to 3 targets in a forward-facing, fan-shaped area. Damage factor 2000. On a single target, it'll be 2000. Successful hits also successfully hits targets, plural, also suffer 30% reduced health for 3 seconds. So 15% additional damage taken, damage reduction for each target hit. So if you hit, let's do it. It's 2000. It's if we do 2, that's 4,000 minus 15%. So that's minus 400 minus 200. That's minus 6. So 3,400. And then if you hit 3 targets, that's 6,000 minus 30%. So that's 600 times 3 is 1,800. 6,000 minus 1,800 is 4,200. Right? Math right? Right? I think that's accurate, right? That's accurate, yes. 2,000, 3,400, 4,200 is the numbers that you're going to be outputting. Correct? There also is a damage factor additional, but we're going to go into that later. It is an AoE, so we're going to be doing that as well. And it's not conditional. At least this one's not. We also have a health. Let's see where it's at. Where's the health reduction? We've got target health reduction of 30% times 3. 30% up to 3 targets. Perfect. That's the first skill. All that in the first skill, right? Hydra, can we include Canyon performance here too? No, we're not talking Canyon. Leo's great for Canyon. If you want a great commander for Canyon, go Leo. Leo's your man. And that's what we said earlier, right? We said in Canyon, and we said in certain ruin/altar situations. What was the other one? Canyon, ruin, altar situations, and in the middle of a murder ball in Arc. Those are your 3 spots where Leo has some value. But if you're talking about proper KVK or Home Kingdom, depending on if you're going all in on your Civil War, proper fighting, there's just bad. He's just bad. Yeah, Arc. Randy got it. So, second skill, All Conquering, increases infantry units attack by 20% and their 40% and their march speed by 15%. Okay, so increased attack by 40%. Attack bonus of 40% all the time. And 15% march speed all the time. If you're outside of Alliance territory, there's an additional 10% as well. So there's a march speed and a conditional march speed. So it's 15% and 10% conditional. Leonard's has max Scipio. So if he had 4 marchers, only 3 getting the debuff. So Joker, it's a 3 target AoE. Yes? It's not 5. Yeah, it's 3 targets. Joker, it's a 3 target AoE. You can't hit 4 targets. Somebody show Guan Yu's comment if you can. So that's the second skill. Third skill, Strategic Pressure, passive skill. Increases infantry units' health by 20% when attacking troops, which will be all the time. It still lags, by the way. Damn it. I'm going to fix it, guys. I'm going to fix it, I promise. And grants each attack a 10% chance of dealing continuous damage for 3 seconds. So 3 times 300. 3 times 500. It's another 1,500 damage factor, guys. Jesus. So 20% increased unit health, and then conditional additional damage factor. So 500 times 3 to the target, right? I'm assuming this is all normal attacks, not counter attacks as well. It can only trigger once every 8 seconds. Has anybody seen this go off on a player that's surrounding you that's not your target? Has anybody seen that? And then the health bonus of 20% as well. Health bonus of 20%. Was that 40% conditional or no? No, it's not. I misplaced that. It's not conditional. 40%. All right, fourth skill. When troops on the map take skill damage, so conditional, there is a 50% chance of reducing the damage by 30% and forming a shield that covers up to 3 allied troops for 3 seconds. Damage factor 500. That's insane. Scipio is so good. Okay, so conditional damage taken reduction and conditional damage factor shield. So conditional damage taken reduction. It's going to be all the way to the right. Damage taken reduction conditional of 30%. It's 30%. Take skill damage. 10% chance. There you go. And then the skill, or the shield, conditional shield, is 500. With the same criteria. So 50%. Wait a minute. 50% chance of reducing that damage by 30% and forming a shield that covers up. So it's not 10. It's not 10%. Why did I write 10%? It's 50% chance. It's a 50% chance. Wow. And you take 2 sets of skill damage every single turn. It's 30% damage when maxed. So 50%. Here, I'll just copy this. Copy and paste it. Take skill damage, 50% chance. There you go. That's crazy. All right, now we have the expertise. Ricky Chow, you pair Leo with the bench. Expertise increases skill damage dealt by 10%. So skill damage increase 10%. Skill damage bonus 10%. When the target is silenced, rage grows 30% faster. So rage speed gain control 30% if target is silenced. Which again, Guan does a pretty damn good job of doing that. So that's all the things that Scipio does as well. Oh my god. That's so good. All right, that's Scipio Prime. Let's talk about YSG. This is actually going to require a little bit of calculator, maybe. Let me go ahead and get my phone out. All right, so we've got 1,700 damage factor up to 5 targets, 15% up to a max of 50%, okay? So we have 1,700. We've got 1,700 times 2 times 0.85. It's 2890. We got 1,700 times 3 times 0.7. 3570. We have 1,700 times 4 times 0.55. That can't be right, right? Did I do that right? 1,700 times 3 times 0.7. No, point. Yes, 0.7. And then 1,700 times 4 times 0.55. Yeah, it's 3740. And then 1,700 times 5 times 0.5. It's 4250. There's your numbers. There's your potential damage numbers for YSG. So, Leonard's, why are you saying no? It's just 1,700. Correct. We did a video on this, guys. We did a video on this where Sun Tzu actually has more raw damage than YSG does. But this is the total potential. Okay? So that's the primary skill. That's it. Second skill, Rage Restoration of 100, conditional, 10% chance. So Rage against the Dying of the Light. Raw Rage gain conditional. 100. 10% chance. Also, 100% archer attack bonus, which does not help you in an infantry march. We'll still put it. Attack bonus conditional. 100% troop damage. No, archer damage. 10% chance. We're not knowing garrison skills. Troops led by this commander gain 50% increased skill damage. And this is actually, I'm going to put it under skill damage, guys. But this actually is confirmed to be all damage. We're going to do skill damage, though. 50%, unless they fixed it. Then the expertise just makes it a circular AoE, and it makes it from 1400 to 1700. That's it. So that's all YSG does. So that's why I've started to say that YSG just doesn't do enough anymore, right? Like YSG's really good, but look at all the lack of squares for YSG. You only have 1, 2, 3, 4 squares. That's it. That's really it. And one of them is archer only. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 4. So you're not getting too much. Now, what you are getting is fast casting, high damage, skill damage, and a circular AoE. So that's good. That goes with everything. That's why YSG is so universal. But that's it. That's all you're getting. You're not getting stats unless you're going with archers. You're not getting any kind of additional like group benefit for bonuses to health, debuffs to health, debuffs to stats, debuffs to damage, all that stuff. You're not getting any of that. Okay, so that's something to keep in mind. Okay, let's talk Honda. Sunday. Ricky Chow, you're fighting 556? That sounds like fun. You're in 2244, right? That's what you said? Good luck, buddy. Arflex, can you recheck the YSG AoE damage for 4 targets again? It seems wrong to me. It seemed wrong to me as well. The problem is it's not. So the reason why it looks so low is because you jump from, it goes 15% off for 2 targets, 30% off for 3 targets, 45% off for 4 targets, but only 50% off. So it's only a 5% damage reduction from 45 to 50, or from 4 targets to 5 targets, because the cap is 50. Plus the YSG relic buff. Thank you for bringing that up. Let's go check that out. Let's add that in there too. We cannot not put that in there. All right, so YSG, 10% archer defense and 3% skill damage. So 10% archer defense. And it goes from 50 to 53%. There you go. Thank you for reminding me of the museum buff for YSG. Yes. So there we go. 10% archer defense, which again doesn't really help when you're in a Leonidas conversation, unless you're pairing him with Leonidas. And then 3% skill damage extra. There you go. Let's look at Honda, though. Honda. Let's go down to Honda again. So, deals direct damage to up to 3 targets. That doesn't change. 3 targets in a forward-facing fan-shaped area. 2,500. See, this is going to get complicated because there's 2 different levels. Okay. Let's do it. So, it's 2,500. Let's do it as conditional. Damage factor conditional. We'll do the secondary. We'll do it as a secondary in the conditional tab. So 2,500. It's just easier with a calculator. Don't make my brain hurt too much. 2,500 times 2 times 0.85 equals 4,250. Woo! 2,500 times 3 times 0.7. 5250. Those are your 3 AoE damage numbers for Honda. And then conditionally, it's 1250, right? So 1250 times 2 times 0.85. It's 2125. And then 1250 times 3 times 0.7 equals 2625. Yeah, you're just not... That third target is just really bad value, and the fourth is even worse, right? So here you go. Like, you really only want to hit 2 targets, you know? That's getting you the best bang for your buck. Like, 3 targets, it's really, really low per target. 4 targets, it's even worse. And then 5 targets, you get some extra value because you're getting an additional target for only 5% damage taken reduction. Or 5% damage done reduction. All right, so that's the skill damage. Actually, let me bring it down one more. Primary. Then we'll do the same thing. Secondary. All right. Next skill. Troops led by this commander gain 10%. I'm sorry. Troops led by this commander gain 20% increased march speed and extra 10% increased attack. Wait, what? Why do they word shit like this? Okay. Nylish, I'm in 916 and 307. Shelby, it's not just you. The fucking stream keeps messing up again. I thought I fixed it, but I didn't. Encoding overloaded. Please consider turning down video settings. Sorry, guys. I'm working on it. I'm working on the fix. I thought I had it, but I don't. It's got to be my hard drive. Okay, so troops led by this commander gain 15% increased march speed and extra 10% increased attack, plus 35% when attacking troops. So really, it's 35%. 35% increased attack and 20% increased march speed. 20% increased march speed, 35% increased attack. So 20% increased march speed and 35% increased attack. All the time. Ouster, it's there. It's definitely there. Yeah, it pops up every like 20 seconds, guys. I'm sorry. And I did see it. It's really freaking annoying. I really appreciate you guys hanging around when you have to watch that for hours. But we'll get it done. I promise we'll get it fixed. If nothing else, I'm just going to wipe the whole damn computer and then start it from scratch. Troops led by this commander take 5% reduced damage. Okay, so that's a damage reduction. I need to make this a pivot table, but I haven't done that yet. Damage taken reduction. Of 5%. An active skill cast will cause the target to suffer damage over time 50% reduced march speed for 2 seconds. So on active skill cast, not on skill cast, on act. Well, no, so that's why Trajan Herald is so good, because you can keep proccing this off. But it does have a 5-second cooldown timer. But 200 damage factor times 2, and then 50% march speed for 2 seconds reduction. So march speed reduction, that's march speed bonus. March speed reduction conditional. It's 50%, 2 seconds on active skill cast. And then the other thing was additional damage factor of 200 times 2. So additional damage factor conditional, 200 times 2 on active, 200 times 2 on active skill cast. There you go. So you want to just do just say 400, right? Like, don't even do the breakdown. Just do 400, right? Or I can do 400 and then in parentheses say 200 times 2. There you go. Yeah, that's it. That's the way to do it. SO1 ANA. The point of this whole stream is to show you that that's not correct. There's a huge difference in what Leo does for you and doesn't do for you. Okay, so fourth skill, troops led by this commander gain 10% increased troop capacity. That's good. 10% increased troop capacity. 10%. And deal 5% increased skill damage per 8% units lost. Skill damage bonus cannot exceed 60%. So 8 to 60% per 8% units lost. So skill damage bonus conditional 8% to 60% per, I'm sorry, it's 5%. 5% per 8% units lost. And then finally, expertise. When receiving normal attacks on the map, troops led by this commander take 30% less damage from this attack. So it's a 30% all damage, right? Whenever receiving a normal attack, it's normal attacks. So it's a normal, it's just, I don't think I have that as a category. Yeah, so I got to add another one in here. Normal attack, take damage, taken, reduce. And it's 30% for 57 turns. Right? It's not normal attack reduction. It's normal attack damage taken reduction. Leonidas. Honda is 100% better. It's 100% better. That's 100% better. Honda is 100% better than Leo. Are you kidding me? Look, just look at the numbers. As a secondary, look, all the numbers are bigger from a damage standpoint, and it's AoE as well. So is YSG. Plus an additional damage factor conditional, plus 35% attack bonus. Oh my god. He's better. He's better. You don't get a shield, a 10% chance when you have less than 50% troops to get that shield. And this doesn't really apply ever, hardly. We went over that very, very detailed at the beginning. 5 to 60% increase to skill damage. Bonus for 8% units lost. So the damage bonus that you get does not require you to be less than 10% health. That's good. Plus an additional 5% damage taken reduction. Plus an additional 30% normal attack damage taken reduction. Plus 50% march speed reduction on your target for 2 seconds when you cast an active skill. Plus you have a 20% march speed bonus. Plus you have a 10% troop capacity bonus. Yes, Honda is better than Leonidas. Sorry. I would max Shelby. I would max Nevsky and then start working on Scipio. Or you can do Scipio 5-1-1-1 and then max Nevsky. I missed some of Honda's second skill. I didn't. Troops led by this commander gain 15%, 20% increased march speed. I got that. 20% increased march speed. Also, it's 10% plus 30%. So it's 40%, not 35%. I misdid the number. So it's actually bigger. It's actually worse, Leonidas. It's worse. It's 40% attack bonus, not 35%. There you go. Yeah, Honda's way better than Leonidas in every way. So far, all the commanders I've gone through, I would much rather have than Leonidas, except for maybe YSG. Except for maybe YSG, because again, you're getting the damage. You're getting the damage, but you're trading off a lot of other little minor things. But the minor things are pretty big. So you can get the 100 rage, which does happen quite often for Leo. I'm sorry, for YSG, and the 53% skill damage bonus. I still would take YSG. I'm sorry, I would. All right, let's talk about CJ. Let's talk about CJ. I have him max too. Trust me, guys, I don't want to have to be doing the stream. I spent gold heads on Leo. I've got him maxed. I don't want to have to be doing the stream. But for your benefit, I am. Like, I don't want to have to tell you that I wasted tons of Leonidas sculptures. Leo is way cheaper. He's an MGE commander. How is he cheaper? Mad, it's not a debuff. I'm sorry to tell you. So, you're talking about his primary where it says it takes an extra 50% damage. It's not a debuff. It only increases your damage by 50%. Sorry, Mad. Fleisch, what's going on, buddy? We're going through some numbers. XY Nevsky, I recommend either Ring and Dagger, Ring and Moras, or Ring and Horn. Yes, Sun Tzu watched. He's good, Leonards. All right, CJ. CJ next. Okay, so you're telling me that a one versus one fight, Ana, is a better way to show you what's going on. I disagree. Guan Leo versus Guan Honda, again, does not give you the story. You're not going to be fighting one march in the open field during KVK by yourselves. You're just not. And you're not going to do it to the death. That's not real fights. This channel, you're getting real fight data. This is what this is for, okay? And that's why I'm saying, even though I have written down that you get for Leonidas, right? His shield. You get 800 shield, a 800 damage factor shield. You have a 10% chance when under 50% health. Okay, well, again, how often in a real KVK fight are you under 50% health for very long? Okay. And then again, on his expertise, which is both of these two things, which is actually what's supposed to make him pretty good, you get a 10 to 40% damage bonus. His expertise is 400% damage on his expertise for 10 seconds when you're under 10% health. And then 10% to 40%, you need to be fighting somebody continuously for multiple minutes at a time to get the 10 to 40% to work. And even when you do that through testing, we've seen that it very rarely goes to 40%. A lot of the times the stacks don't actually happen quick enough and you lose everything and you start back at the 10% over again. The highest I've gotten is 40% once or twice. And that's, again, sitting there testing 1v1 for long periods of time. And then the damage taken reduction, again, his expertise for 10 seconds. Okay. How often are you at 10% health or less in a KVK fight? Is my question. Let's go to CJ. First skill, direct damage factor of 1700. If the target has been reduced to 30% or less units remaining, you deal an additional 300. So 1700, that's it. And then you have an additional damage factor conditional, or no, it's damage factor conditional of 300 if target under 30%. There you go. Not an AoE. There is an attack bonus in here for sure. Infantry units led by this commander gain 40% increased attack. They deal 5% increased damage against cav, but take 5% more damage from archers. I didn't put that in there, but it's still like attack bonus 40%. 5% increased damage against cav. All damage bonus against cav. That's actually needs to be over here because it's conditional. Well, I'm going to leave it on the all damage thing because it's always active. It's just not against everything. And I've notated what it is. And I'm not going to put the additional damage taken from archers because I don't have that one, and this is the only commander that does that we're going to be reviewing today. Oster, side question if you don't mind, but with Scipio, do you know if his shielding skill reduces AoE skill damage for just himself or for everyone affected by said skill damage? It doesn't say. I don't remember it saying. I don't think it's just against skill damage. It's just a damage factor shield. It's not just against skill damage though. Hey Drago, but is Scipio 5511 as good or better than Leo? Yes. Yes, Gabriel. Scipio all day. Is it possible to trigger Leo's expertise 400% damage in a garrison? Yes, it is possible. But again, why are you using Leo as a garrison when you have Zenobia, YSS, Flavius? Why are you using Leo in a garrison weapon? If you're in KBK 3, we did do Charles back in the day. We did do Charles Leo. And it worked okay against Attila Takeda, but not great. But again, there are better options against Attila Takeda. Guan Shuck is stronger than Guan Scipio. Hellboy 14, 1 versus 1, I believe that's the case, but in an open field, I disagree. Does Scipio have to be maxed? You should max Scipio. Does he have to be maxed to use? No, but you should max him if you can. Alright, so we did the second skill. Third skill, while on the map, troops led by this commander have a 40% chance to get incoming skill damage reduced by 50% and deal skill damage up to... Okay, so let's do the first part. 40% chance to get incoming skill damage reduced by 50%. So skill damage taken reduction conditional. Did I pass? No. Skill damage taken reduction conditional. 50%. 40% chance. Which is weird, right? And deal skill damage up to 3 enemy targets in a fan-shaped area. Damage factor equals number of special sacrifice buffs multiplied by... which is a disaster. It's a disaster. Special sacrifice buffs. This takes forever to stack up, and you'll never stack it up in a real life. Like this, like the third and fourth skill are basically nullified. Like they're pointless. Let's do sacrifice first. If troops led by this commander consist only of infantry units, they gain 15% increased march speed with a 100 chance of dealing 5% increased skill damage for 8 seconds when attacking. This effect can trigger once every 4 seconds and can be stacked up to 8 times. Dat trend on. Well, thank you for becoming a member of the channel, my friend. Appreciate you. Welcome to the Dragon's Den. Make sure all the green names in the chat. Welcome, everybody. Tito, yeah, again, this is for open field combat, replacing Leonidas. Again, when are you using Leonidas in a rally? Again, endgame. And when are you using Leonidas in a garrison? Endgame. You shouldn't be doing that. Don't do that. Shouldn't be doing that. All right. Thank you, membership team there, for welcoming in the new member. I feel like it's freaking Stream Elements. Now that I'm thinking about it, I feel like it's Stream Elements giving me the shaft, causing my stream to lag. But again, in real combat, this fourth skill, and I made a video about CJ as well for this particular reason. If troops led by his commander consist of only infantry units, to gain 15% increased march speed. That's good. With a 100% chance of dealing 5% increased skill damage for 8 seconds when attacking. Awesome. You get that. This effect can trigger once every 4 seconds and can be stacked up to 8 times. Okay? Now, I've noticed that the march speed doesn't stack. That's a thing. But, again, when are you attacking somebody in a proper KBK fighting situation for what? 32 seconds? When are you consistently attacking something for 32 seconds? Again, I'll wait. John Wick, what's up, buddy? Good to see you. Steingrabber, listening to the stream sparks the quote from Monty Python. This new learning intrigues me, Sir Belvedere. Explain to me again how sheep's bladders may be employed to prevent earthquakes. She's a witch. Like never. Like never. Exactly. The answer is like never. Yeah, Alexander, you only attack for maybe 4. You can get away. Let's just say you get away with 8 seconds, okay? Okay, so you get 10% skill damage bonus. That's not bad. You have 2 stacks of sacrifice at that point. Okay? That means that your AoE from the 3rd skill is going to be 100. 100 damage factor. You're awesome. You're good to go. It's also reduced by 15% per additional target. I can't believe it. I don't even want to put this on the spreadsheet. Like, that's how bad this is. So, again, on the first thing here, 15% march speed bonus. This does not stack. I'm almost 100%. I haven't actually tested it yet. And in fact, maybe I should. Oh, what am I doing? I'm going all over the place. Let's test this really quick. Do I have CJ in my march already? I do. Look at Boudica. Boudica. So Boudica's got my baby. There we go. Let's go over here. Let's see if the march speed bonus stacks in the battle log. We're going to attack this level 50 barb. I think it's just the skill damage that stacks. Usually you fire off a skill cycle, then retreat, unless you're pushing to wipe a murder ball. Exactly, Guan Yu. Exactly. You push a skill cycle and retreat, which is, again, 10 seconds or less. Did you see that, by the way? Did you see Boudica's new, like... It's like a little chain that she swings around. Or was that CJ? Oh, no, it's the Barbarian. It's the Barbarian skill damage that does that. I'm waiting for the... Here we go. Fire it. I want to see it. Did you see it? I didn't see it again. Huh. All right. Come on. Let's go. All right. That took... Let's see how many turns that took. That took 56 turns. Okay? So every 4 turns, I should be getting a buff. Okay, where's the buff? Not getting the buff. Where's the buff? He's maxed. Okay, here we go. What's this? No, that's Boudica's skill. Where's the buff? Do you guys see this? There's no buff. So Admiral Rock, I agree to a certain extent, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to consolidate it down because each one of these commanders has like 4 to 8 things that they do. I'm going to put it in a table format, and I'm going to list Leonidas' stuff, and then I'm going to list everybody else's stuff. for each commander. CJ was in there. Yeah, see? Chuck. And he's maxed. I have him maxed. Battle log. What am I missing? Do secondary skills or secondary commander skills not work against barbarians? Oh, I didn't have infantry. Okay, that's what it was. Now we're cooking. Let's just use just CJ for this. CJ. Full infantry. That was the problem. Thank you. Mike C. Hey. People are asking. They want to know if they should be using Scipio or not. All right, so this is all infantry. Let's go. CJ sounds pissed. CJ sounds pissed. Gabriel, if I already have Guan and then Leo 5511, then thoughts on Alex Harald maxed versus Alex Scipio 5511. I would rather have Alex Harald versus Alex Scipio, but I mean Scipio is much more valuable than Leo in that situation, so I would go Guan Scipio and then Alex Harald. Is Alliance Chat gets very interesting. You're not supposed to see that. Was doing Scipio and Ethel in Arc yesterday, and it worked wonders slowing targets. Okay. Scipio feels good. I've tried to put Scipio with Scipio, but they are not letting me. Yeah, you can't put the same commander twice. They won't let the prime commander of the original be together. All right. Let's see if that worked. All right, so turn 4. Skill damage, 5%. But march speed is still 15%. Four. Now, wait a minute. Okay, so it started on turn 2. Starts on turn 2. Then goes to turn 6. You have 10%. Turn 10, 15%. Turn 14, 20%. Turn 19, 25%, etc. But the march speed is still the same. So the march speed does not go up. Okay, so it is only 15% march speed. That's good information to have. Look at that. All right, so where are we at with this? With freaking CJ. All right, so let's go back with CJ. CJ. Mike C. So we're testing the alternatives for Leonidas, which is pretty much everything, according to what we're looking through so far. All right, so on the map, troop levels commander gain 40% chance. We did this part. And deal up to 3 enemy targets in a fan-shaped area. Damage factor equals number of special sacrifice buffs multiplied by 50. Realistically, that's going to be 2. But maximum, it's going to be 8. Okay, so technically, I'm going to say 1 to 8. So 50 to 400 on the conditional AoE. The problem is you also have to factor in the fact that the damage from this attack is reduced by 15% per additional target of up to 3. That's huge. Gabriel Renee, thank you for the $1 donation and the peach. That's nice. I love peaches. Leonard, Sun Tzu is on this list. He's just at the bottom because I split up Legendary versus Epic. Drago, can I run Attila with Nevsky in open field? Yes, you can. It will hurt his skill damage, but it's not bad. And you're getting good counterattack from Attila. Argon, I think your Leo is fine where he is. So let's just... Let's just say 50 to 400, right? Let's just say 50 to 400 increased minus 15% per target. So 50 to 400. I'll just say 50 per sacrifice stack. Excuse me. 50 per sacrifice stack. Minus 15% per target. There we go. And I'll make the a little bit bigger. There you go. And then 15% march speed. So 15% march speed all the time. That's good. And chance of dealing 5% increased skill damage up to 40. But again, is that right? 8 times 5 is 4. Yeah. So again, you're never going to see it. You're never going to see it. Itachi, we're going through all the alternatives. So we have all of these different stats for all the different commanders. We're going through all the alternatives for Leonidas. We did Leonidas' stats, and they're very subpar. And especially whenever you put them up against the fact that when you're actually fighting, over half of the skills don't work or they don't apply, it's even more subpar. It's almost like an epic command. Not even that. It's almost like an advanced commander or an elite commander. It's that bad. His damage factor is subpar. Everything else is subpar. The only time he actually is worthwhile is in Canyon, in the middle of like an altar or a ruins fight where you're killing your troops all the way down, or in the middle of an arc fight in the mid for the arc, and again you're killing your troops all the way down. Otherwise, he's just not very good. And we're going through all the different options for him, and this is definitely not going to happen on one stream. I'll put all this together, I think, afterwards. We're only going to get to a certain part on this stream because I'm not gonna sit here and make y'all sit through 4 hours of all this. But I think this is valuable. I think this is all valuable. You will see max stacks on CJ when he route. Again, this is for open field. And again, if you're routing with CJ, your name is either Slouty or you're not using the best pair. Okay? Felix? You shouldn't be rallying with CJ. Biak, Guan and Scipio is a good pair. 100%. Joe Feldman, I hope Sun Tzu Prime is next. He is not there for damage. He is there to keep Guan alive. In a murder ball situation, you're either alive or you're dead. Really. 54 Joker. And again, what's he doing to keep Guan alive? Like, show me what he's doing to keep Guan alive for multiple seconds at a time. Can you show me what he's doing to keep Guan alive? You have a 30% defense bonus, which is nice. Alex has that, by the way, for most of the time. You get 3 seconds of a 30% health bonus. Oh, okay. That's not really that big of a deal to me, in my opinion. You get an 800 shield. If you have less than 50% troops, you have a 10% chance to gain an 800 damage factor shield, which again is a very good shield. And the shield's good. 800 damage factor. It's in between like YSS's shield and Alex's shield. But again, you got to be less than 50% health, which again, if you're in a murder ball situation, you should be refreshing your marches at around that mark. And then his expertise, if you're at 10%, which again, read the comment I said before, you have a 400% damage bonus and a 50% damage taken reduction for 10 seconds when you're at 10% health. And again, your all damage bonus is 10% to 40%, which again, like we're going over with CJ, basically provides jack shit. Right? So where in there does Leo provide tankiness for Guan Other than the shield, which again, if you're doing it right, this doesn't apply. But even if you do go less than 50% health, it's only 10% chance to get it. But say you get it, maybe you get it, once per skill cycle, maybe after you're under 50% health. And again, the 30% health bonus for 3 seconds every 10 seconds, 8 to 10 seconds is nice. But again, I don't know if that's necessarily going to wash out the fact that I can have Scipio Prime dealing 2,000 to 4,200 damage, plus 500 times 3 additional damage factor to a single target, plus getting a 40% attack bonus, plus getting a 20% health bonus all the time, plus getting a 500 damage factor shield when you take skill damage, 50% chance, plus a 30% rage speed gain if the target is silenced, which it will be every single time. Also, you're going to have a 10% skill damage bonus from Scipio all the time. You're going to get a damage taken reduction of 30% when you take skill damage, above 50% chance. Again, really nice. And a 30% health reduction to your target up to 3 targets with your AoE. And you have a 15% march speed, and you have an additional 10% march speed when you're off Alliance territory. I'll take that over this. I'm sorry. I will. Alex protects him better, in my opinion, as well. His shield is better. His stats are better. He does more damage. He provides additional shields for your other marches. He has a target damage taken increase to 3 targets of 30%. And he reduces healing effects to the target by 30% as well, 10% chance. And he has a 30% march speed. I would take Alex over him. So that's what I'm saying. That's why we're doing this. So, 54 Joker again. I would invite you to go back to the very beginning, but just to show you the damage factor that you get. It's a 50% damage bonus for your damage, your marches damage only. It is not a debuff, so you don't cause the target to take 50% damage taken. That's not what you're doing. You're increasing your own damage, which is already very, very small, by an additional 50%. So your single target, because it's again a single target silence debuff, right? When the target is silenced, your target, one target, not when the targets, it's when the target is silenced, you do an additional 50% damage, which that target got 600 damage factor, which means the only damage factor additional you're doing is 300. It doesn't matter. Scipio is not a primary commander, by the way. You can do him as a secondary commander. In fact, that's the way I would use him. I would use Scipio as a secondary commander behind Guan. Now, Scipio does work well as a primary as well with other commanders like Honda, like YSG, like Alex, like CJ, like Mehmed, like Harald, like Richard, like all these. But to me, he's best behind Guan. 500 times 3 is 10% chance, right? Additional damage factor condition. I don't think it's 10% chance. Let me go back down and check that. I want to make sure the thing is correct. Oh, it is. So increases units' health by 20% when attacking troops and grants each attack a 10% chance to deal. Yes, 10% chance. Thank you. Thank you. 10% chance on attack. Yeah, sorry, guys. I hate to be the bearer of bad news. Trust me, again, I have maxed Leo myself. It's painful. It's painful for me to put this spreadsheet together, okay? Because every single commander I list out here is infinitely better than what Leo is. It just is. It just is. So I'm sorry. I really am sorry. Let's finish CJ up and go to the next one. I feel like we got stuck on CJ. We did this one. I believe. No, we didn't do the skill damage portion. So let's do the skill damage portion. We're on number 7. Skill damage conditional. Skill damage bonus conditional. Okay, so skill damage bonus conditional. It's 5%. to 40% per sacrifice stack. And really, that needs to read every 4 seconds you'll get a stack. But again, how often are you fighting for more than 8 seconds at a time in a proper fight? That's really the thing. And again, so Leonard says, I think Leo is a must-have for Ark of Osiris. I feel like Honda has replaced Leo for Ark of Osiris. That's just me. I think Honda has actually replaced Leo. Like that March, not even that March, because Scipio replaced Leo, really. But Honda has replaced Leo as a commander in your 5 marches, in my opinion. All right, expertise, because we did the march speed bonus, and we did that. Okay, expertise. We already did. We did the special number of stats. Okay, perfect. CJ's done. Mehmed's next, yes? Mehmed's next. And this is going to be painful as well because of all the different qualifiers. I don't think I've got Mehmed leveled up very high. Let me see. Yep, here we go. 32. So 1350 is the damage factor for up to 5 enemies in a forward-facing fan-shaped area. Damage dealt to each target is reduced by 15%. Now, if you're attacking a city or a garrison of any kind, then there's additionals, which is nice, but you're not doing that. And anything past KVK 1, maybe 2. Okay? So let's open up the calculator again. Let's bring up the sheet. It's 1350, right? Times 2 times 0.85 equals 2295. 1350 times 3 times 0.7 equals 2835. This is going to look really bad on number 4. 1350 times 4 times 0.55 is 2970. You're only gaining a total of 135 damage. Ooh, that's disgusting. Justin 1 or Justin I, $20 donation, and I love the woo. I love the little sticker. That's an awesome sticker. We will add the museum buff as well, Randy. Thank you very much for reminding me. Nevsky with Honda and solo case, it wins XY Nevsky and Guan Scipios. Telling y'all, y'all want to listen sometimes. Y'all might want to listen sometimes. Okay, there you go. Let's continue. So second skill, attack bonus of 20% and a 20% skill damage bonus. So that's nice. Attack bonus, 20%, and a skill damage bonus. Whoops. Skill damage bonus of 20% as well, right? That's what it was. 20, yep. Third one is a city skill. Fourth one is a 10% troop capacity and a rallied army, which again, we're not dealing with. So troop capacity bonus of 10%. Troop capacity, correct? Yep. And we have the museum buffs. Well, that's already done. So I need the museum buff for Mehmed. Mehmed's museum buff is 20% health and 5% skill damage. So let's go back. This is skill damage. So this turns into 25. And we have a health bonus of 20% as well. There you go. That is Mehmed in a nutshell. The damage looks kind of subpar, does it not? For open field, which again, most people are what most people are talking about. You get a 20% attack, 20% health bonus. You get a 25% skill damage bonus and a 10% troop capacity bonus. That's really all you're getting. And then the damage factor scales very poorly with the reduction, 15% reduction. Ouster, he's worth using if you don't have anything better. But I find this to be a good 6th, 7th march for bigger players, or for free-to-play players who don't have a lot of the later commanders. Mehmed as a secondary is a great option with the museum buff. Okay. Alex is like, I'm just using Sun Tzu. Let's skip all these guys and go to Sun Tzu. I think I want to see Sun Tzu. Let's do that. So Sun Tzu. We're doing Sun Tzu this time. That was... See how quick Mehmed was? Because he doesn't have a whole lot to offer. He's not very complicated. Just a little bit of damage, some skill damage bonus, couple stats, and you're done. Okay? Let's go to Sun Tzu. I want to do Sun Tzu. We're skipping over... What? I have him right here. All right. 1,000 damage factor. Oh, it's 800 and then deals additional damage factor on the next turn. So you have to factor that in. So damage factor plus additional damage factor. It's not conditional though. I'm just going to say 1,000. So it's 1,000. I'm sorry. Yeah, it's 1,000 for one target. I've done all this calculations already on another video. Times 2 times 0.85 equals 1,700. 3,000 times 0.7 is 2,100. 4,000 times 0.55 equals 2,200. So bad. 5,000 times 0.5 equals 2,500. Wait, I'm sorry. I'm an idiot. There you go. He doesn't have a 15% damage reduction. That's why he's so good. He should. That's why I was calculating that for the last 10 minutes. He should have a damage factor taken reduction. He should. All right, so there you go. 5,000 damage. Is there any other commander that does that? Honda? Maybe. I mean, that's just broken. That's broken, yo. Sorry, I've been doing legendary commanders for the last hour and a half. 2 hours. All right, let's go. Let's keep going. It's 10% damage taken reduction and 10% health, yes? 10% damage taken reduction and 10% health. So health bonus is 10%. And damage taken reduction. %. 20% skill damage bonus. %20 skill damage bonus. And also the rage. So Sun Tzu's rage gains an additional 50 rage for each target hit by this skill. So 50 to 250 rage, guys. So we need to find the rage portion. Raw rage gain 5 to 50. Or 50 to 250. Or 50 per target. 50 per target hit. There you go. That's it. Mike C, that's not correct. Only the legendary commanders. And actually, Leo is an exception. He doesn't have the 15% damage reduction on his AoE because it's such shit. But look at it. Look at it. So Sun Tzu gets an all 10% health bonus all the time. Same as Ethelfled as well. Dark Knights. I invite you, I know it's a long video, a long stream that we're doing, Dark Knights, but I invite you to watch the stream from the beginning. And as you hear the remarks and as you hear the logic behind what we're doing here, you're going to see more and more that Leo is just not, it's just not it. The numbers spell it out, really. The numbers really spell it out. So that was Sun Tzu. Let's do Harald. 1200 damage factor, 1500 if surrounded. But you do have the 15% damage reduction. After using this skill, troops gain 20% increased damage for 2 seconds. So there's a conditional damage increase. So it's 1200 for a single target, or damage factor conditional of 1200. You do the math again. 2400 times 0.85 is 2040. Times 0.7 is 2520. There you go. That is Harald, and it's also an AoE condition. So that's that. Mehmed's not an AoE condition. He's always AoE. CJ's not AoE. I think we're caught up. Okay, definitely attack bonuses, but let's finish the first skill. So after using this skill, troops gain 20% increased damage for 2 seconds. So let's go ahead and go over to increased damage. All damage bonus conditional. 20. No, that's not right. Hold on. All damage conditional. 20% on cast. Is it on active skill cast? After using this skill, troops gain 20% increased damage for 2 seconds. You know what's really cool is Stamford Bridge fires off this skill. So it resets it. And it doesn't have a timer. That's pretty darn cool, man. That's why it's so strong. That's really good. Okay. Second skill. I'm not biased. I'm giving you the facts, guys. Arflex. The reason I sound biased is because I've used Leo. And I've stated he's good in Canyon, he's good in Arc mid-fight, and he's good in Ruin altar fights if you're killing your troops all the way down. Otherwise, he's not good compared to what the options are. And Arflex, I disagree with your rage buff thing. It's not accurate. Leo's rage buff by itself is not what causes that. It's Guan's build, accessories, and skills. It should be 15 per 100. Thank you very much for having me fix that. So it's 1500. And then that means 3,000 times... Damn it. $2,550. $3,150. There we go. So even better. All right, second skill, infantry attack bonus of 10%. This is for skill rallies though. Yep, that's the city skill. Third skill, infantry units led by this commander gain 30% increased attack and 10% increased march speed. So 30% increased attack and 10% march speed. %. Also, when this commander uses their active skill, all infantry units under their command gain 5% more attack, but lose 5% defense. So attack bonus conditional. 5% to 15 times. But again, in real life, this is like 10%. So that's 75, I believe. 5% to 75%. 2. There we go. I get what you're saying, Drago. On paper, commanders look much better. I think on it's Leo's. Dark Knights again. I literally just commented on what tankiness. Explain to me the tankiness you're talking about. Explain the tankiness, because I know that's the common response. Leo makes Guan tankier. Show me in this that makes him what makes him tankier. Because it doesn't. In a real fight, it doesn't. If you're sitting there at a ruin, again, we talked about this, a ruin or an altar, and you're fighting nonstop without going back and forth, okay? If you're in Canyon, you can't control your troops, so I get that. And again, in the middle of an Ark of Osiris fight in the mid team, you're in a murder ball. You're not moving per se. You're always attacking something. You're not caring whether your troops live or die. You're just trying to kill your target. Those situations, yes, Leo provides some tankiness, some, because you're letting your troops get below 50% and you're always attacking. But in real KVK fights, and real fights in general, when you're going back and forth, none of the tankiness things apply. None of the tankiness things apply. All right, so that's that. Stanford Bridge. When troops level as commander on the map use their normal attack 10% chance, or I'm sorry, 20% chance, cast their active skill and grants their troops immunity to all defense reductions effects. That's hard to plug into the spreadsheet, but that's really good. 20% chance for another conditional. How dare you? How dare you? That's literally the one I didn't do. Really? There we go. There we go. That's it. That's what we're doing. So 30% defense passive buff. Okay, where's that at, first off? Because that doesn't exist. It's at full infantry, so I mean, if you want to consider it, it's passive. Okay. Alex has that when not shielded, which is the majority of the time. And you have a conditional health bonus of 30% for 3 seconds, which Scipio gets 20% of full time. Mehmed gets 20% full time. So, and a possible shield when you're under 50% health with a 10% chance. Which skill did I read wrong on Alex? I disagree. 40% when she... God damn it, did I? When not shielded, troops up. It's the other way around. Damn it. What a tool. When not shielded. When shielded. I got it backwards. It's dyslexia day. My Scipio buffs are right, though. What part of my Scipio buff is wrong? You get a 20% health bonus. So again, 30% defense by itself, again, is like Guan Yu is saying, it's not that much. It's not. It doesn't turn Guan into a tank. It just makes him a little bit harder to kill. Again, I think people are trying to say, but what about the 30% health bonus for 3 seconds? Okay. For 3 seconds. That's nice. 3 seconds out of every skill cycle. So maybe 30% of the time, 40% of the time, you'll have it. And then you have a 10% chance when you are under 50% units to get an 800 shield, which again is okay, not great. And that's really it. I mean, and you're doing shit damage. Why not have almost the same amount of tankiness with Alex, but do a ton of damage and be faster with his march speed and target damage taken increase times 3 on his active skill cast and have an additional factor for shield for 2 of your other marches and have more attack bonus and have even more attack bonus. I mean, it's just and. It just doesn't make any sense. Leo also gives bonus attack. Yeah, that's right here. 15% during shield. It's a 15% attack bonus. It says Scipio health bonus is conditional. I don't think so. Am I wrong on that too? Jesus. What have I been doing? Don't think that's the case. Increases infantry units' health by when attacking troops. It's when attacking. When does it matter unless you're attacking troops? Right? Well, Citrax, what does it matter? What does health matter if you're not attacking troops? Like, are you talking about if you're surrounded? That's true. Okay, I'll put it as conditional. How about 20% against target? That makes sense? Yeah, okay. I can get behind that. I can get behind that. That's a good point. That's why we're doing this on the stream, by the way, guys, so that you guys can catch this stuff. Because some of it's just difficult to classify. All right, did we finish Harald? I don't feel like we did. Let me go back to Harald. 4 skill and troops led by commander on the map to use a normal attack. I did this part. And then expertise counterattack damage dealt on the map is increased by 20%. Okay. So counterattack. Let me highlight Harald. Here we go. Counterattack. Counterattack damage increase. That's counterattack damage taken reduction. Increase counterattack damage. Here we go. 20%. Also, if you're surrounded, counterattack damage dealt will be further increased times 2% up to 10 surrounding armies. So 2% to 20% for surrounding. And then this is conditional. Maybe that'll do it. Yeah, I think that's good. Alexander, so that's the point. That's the point Citrax was bringing up. So technically, if you're not targeting your troops, so if you're not attacking a particular army, I would imagine that would be the case. So then you wouldn't have 20% health against somebody hitting you, but you're not targeting them. So Scipio's being attacked by 2 marches. He only gets the health bonus against 1, or does counterattack count? See, I don't know. We'd have to test this. So this is something to test. But how do you test it, right? I mean, I guess you could get the counterattack from 1 hitting Scipio and then have 2 hitting Scipio, but it'd have to be at exactly the same time, and see if that number is less. So the way it reads, it says increases infantry units' health by 20% when you're attacking troops. So to me, this reads, as long as you're attacking something, you have 20% health extra. That's the way I read it, which means that if you stop attacking, meaning you're running away or you've killed your target, you will no longer have the 20% extra health. Does that make sense? So we even need to take this a step further. It's not even against target. It's 20% when attacking. I think that's the best way to describe it. That might be a bug, Citrax. Okay, so Harald's done. Yeah, I think that's the best way to do it. That's the best way to describe Scipio. All right, what's some of the other ones we want to do on the actual stream? Let's do Pakal. I'll fill out the rest of them. The Richard, the Charles. We'll probably do Guan and Ethelfled as well. How much time do we got? Oh, 2 hours. God, there's a lot of these things you guys want me to do. All right, let's do Pakal. Let's do Pakal next. Damage factor of 1300, single target, and troops led by this commander gain a shield for 3 seconds, which absorbs a large amount of damage, 500, which is not really a large amount of damage, but 1300 damage factor and a conditional shield. $500 on active cast. Second skill. Infantry units led by this commander gain 30% increased health and 15% increased march speed. It's really good. Health bonus. 30%. And a 15% increased march speed. When this commander launches a rally attack, doesn't apply. When attacking strongholds or city, doesn't apply. Attack troop. Yeah, all that doesn't apply. Fourth skill, reduces all damage taken by 10%. Damage taken reduction, 10%. Damage taken reduce. 10%, flat. So far, I'm liking this better than Leo, by the way. While on the map, reduces all damage taken when surrounded. So bonus reduction equals number of surrounding enemies times 5%. Number of surrounding enemies that can be factored in is 6. So total of up to 30% more. So 5 to 30% more during surround. So 5% to 30% per enemy attacking. No. It's just 5%. There you go. That's that. And then the expertise. Troops led by this commander deal 20% increased counterattack damage and take 5% less damage from all sources for 3 seconds after using an active skill. So there's even more conditional damage taken reduction. That's so much. See, if you want to add tankiness to your Guan, Pakal. Guan Pakal. How about that? It was 20% increased counterattack damage. Increased counterattack damage. 20%. I've always wondered why nobody used Guan Pakal. I too have wondered that. I feel like Pakal is better than Leo. So 1300 damage factor versus a potential of 1800 plus 300. So a total potential of 2100. So that's bigger. That's bigger. The attack bonus is conditional during a shield, but you have a 30% health bonus always on versus conditional with Leo. The 30% defense is also there, which is nice. A shield possible 800, 10% chance under 50%. Pakal gets 501 every single skill cast that he does. He also has a 20% counterattack damage increase, which Leo does not. 5% increased damage taken reduction per enemy attacking you and during each active skill cast as well, plus an additional flat 10% damage taken reduction. That's way better than 30 defense, by the way. Way better than 30 defense. And march speed. You get the 15% march speed. You have movement. You have mobility. Pakal is harder to get, but they're both MGE commanders. Leo is also an MGE commander, in case you didn't know. But he is in Card King, to your point. Guan Pakal does pretty decently, been enjoying it. If you're not using Pakal elsewhere, behind Guan is solid. Yeah. Again, I think if you have Max Scipio, Scipio's the play. But if you only have Leo and CJ and Pakal and Harald, Leo's at the bottom of my list. If you only have Leo, then go for it. It's a great pair. But there's better. The whole point of this stream and this spreadsheet is there's better. This is really all I'm trying to get through. That's it. So that's Pakal. Pakal's really, I mean, that's a really strong march. Comparatively. If you want, because again, he's not a high damage commander, right? Like, that's not a lot of damage. 1300 damage factor is nothing. But if you're telling me the main reason you're using Leo is because he helps protect Guan, this skill here gives you the potential, if you're surrounded, to have up to 40, what is this? 40% damage taken reduction. I'll say it again. 40% damage taken reduction. Plus 20% counterattack damage. Plus an additional 5% less damage from all sources for 3 seconds after using an active skill. Plus a 500 shield every 6 to 10 seconds. Plus 30% health. Plus 15% march speed. Oh my god. So AA says Leo's 50% increased damage from his active skill is the only reason we do Guan Leo. But now we have many better options. Well, the 50% increased damage does apply to Guan. So that is very, very nice. Okay. That is very, very nice. It applies to Guan as well as Leo. Assuming you're using Guan Leo. So that is very nice. That makes Guan go from, you know, what is it? Because he can hit 5, right? He can hit 5 targets. Is that right? Am I remembering that correctly? No, it's only 3. It's only 3 targets. So a little bit under Honda, basically. Let's do Guan. Let's just do Guan. So 2,000 and then 4,000 and then 6,000. Yes? If primary and then 1,000 if secondary. So 2,000. Let's do some more math. He has a 15% damage reduction for sure. So 4,000 times 0.85 is 3,400. And then 6,000 times 0.7 is 4,200. And that's primary. How did I do Hondas? Secondary. Okay, I did it this one. So it's 1,000. $1,700. 2,100. Secondary. Yeah. So the 50% damage bonus is very nice. I understand that. But again, y'all have been sitting here all day telling me we use Leo so Guan's tanky. Ooh. No. He got some sexy abs, Lambo. You're right. He got some sexy abs. That's very true. So any other pairs for Leo? YSG does okay. Excuse me. Okay, so rest of Guan here. That was Guan. At the same time, all targets are silenced for 3 seconds. That's very, very strong, of course. So X. What's your buddy? Silence. Yes. Time. Why? Please stop. I'll just say up to 3 targets. Second skill is a rally skill. Son, I'm gonna need you to stop first off. Second off, did your mom tell you to come down here or no?
No.
Huh? No? So you're gonna have to wait. You're gonna have to wait for your pad until I'm done, okay? Thank you. Mad. Leo is not best commander, and you definitely should not max him ASAP. Reminds me of Johnny Bravo, really. Anointed Assassin. I'm trying to get you guys to understand that Leo kind of just needs to go away. The only value, in my opinion, that he has is that 50% damage bonus with Guan, or with Honda, maybe. That's not bad either, as a primary. But again, if you use Honda primary as a mixed commander, you're going to lose half of Leo's skills as well. The game's laggy, or the stream is laggy? Actually, Leonard's exactly. I thought about that before the stream, and then for some reason I forgot about that point. So Leonard's is right, guys. When Guan goes to cast his skill, generally they're not silenced still. Now, if the target is silenced by chance, when Guan goes to cast it from another Guan or from a Herman or whatever, then you'll get the bonus. But otherwise, you won't even get the bonus with just Guan and Leo. So again, the 50% option is, again, only to a silenced target. Cloud Strife. Leo Martell is basically a hospital filling march. Cloud Strife. Tons of stuff was covered. We're at almost 2.5 hours. All right, so that's Guan. Second skill. Third skill. Infantry attack bonus of 30% and 15% increased march speed. So attack bonus of 30% and 15% increased march speed. Upon leaving battle, commander heals a portion. Oh, thousands. Good. Okay, so heal condition. Thousand when leaving battle. 4 skills the most important after the primary. When skill Saint of War hits exactly 1 enemy, it has a 50% chance to deal an additional 1,000 damage factor. So 1 target equals 50% for 1K. Two 2 plus 50% for 2K, right? No, 1400. 1400. Damn it. I didn't mean to do that. Damn it, didn't let me do that. One target is 50% for 1000. 2 plus 50% for 1400. Right? Yeah. There we go. Leo with no March speed is Butt Cheeks by Felicia. Yep. Lilith doesn't like this video. I think they would. Yeah, Alex, that works. And then the expertise, when Guan gains a shield, he also increases his skill damage by 15% for 3 seconds. Which Leo can provide a shield. Potentially under 50% troops. Skill damage bonus condition. What was it again? 15%. And again, not only do you need to be shielded to get this bonus, but it also has to coincide within 3 seconds before you cast your skill. Otherwise, it won't matter. You'll have 3 seconds of 15% skill damage with no skill damage going off. That's kind of the idea. Friggy, what's going on, man? Good to see you. Leo is not OP and hasn't been for quite some time. It's Guan's fourth skill that will get the 50% damage increase from Leo. Weapon, how is that the case? It fires the same time the active skill fires. That doesn't make sense. Because this goes off at the same time, right? That's another great question. Let's test it. Let's test it. When in doubt, let's just test it. So, Guan. Let's test it. Gustav. Oh no, not math class. Ooh, Friggy. Ooh. Two of the in my opinion, two of the worst infantry commanders do go together. Just they belong together on the bench. There's so much better commanders out there. Not necessarily better infantry commanders. I'm just saying just better commanders in general. Like, can anybody in this chat honestly tell me that they would rather have Leo CJ or if they would rather have their XY Nevsky or Nevsky William or Chandra Nevsky or Nevsky Honda or Honda Tamiris or, I mean, I can keep going. I can keep going. All right, let's check it. Let's check the report. Battle log, baby. So when the skill was cast. Boom. Saint of War. Lost 15,632 troops. What's the name of the skill again, by the way? So I know what I'm looking for. Green Dragon Crescent Blade. I feel like that's such an awesome skill name. Battle log. Let's check the after one. Green Dragon Crescent Blade. Nope. All right, so turn here. Saint of War. No Green Dragon Crescent Blade. Here we go. Saint of War. Triggered. Green Dragon Crescent Blade. Same turn as the primary skill, Saint of War. So it doesn't apply to the fourth skill weapon. It does not apply. It's on the same skill. So Leonidas' bonus 50% does not apply to Guan ever. Confirmation, my friend. Rexian Z, how dare you send 410k siege to my city. If they're T5, that's fine. Just not T1, please. No T1, please. Thank you. So that's confirmation that the force skill does not get applied. Uh, Sergeant says Honda Tamiris I dislike a lot. You shouldn't. You shouldn't dislike that at all. Like 0 amounts of times should you dislike that march. That's a very good march. I would, even without equipment, I would still take XY Nevsky over Leo CJ. That's how bad I think it is. I mean, the pair's okay, but it's not like, you know. Arash, you're very welcome. Optimus Prime Tony, you've been here a while, man. Hey, Drago, do you think there will be new commander buffs added to the museum with the museum events? Probably, but they're going to be over time. Just like, you know, they add different commanders to Card King and different commanders to the daily purchase. It'll be the same thing with the museum, I think. That's probably the way it'll work. Okay, so that was Guan. And did I do 15% for 3 seconds when shielded? And what was the other one? Did I miss that part? The movement speed. That was the other part that I didn't do. When you leave a structure, 100%. That's a really good one, too. So is there a march speed conditional that I got? I do. Look at that. All right, so 100% when leaving. There you go. Guan is done. I probably would still without equipment. I mean, Nevsky just is so good. He's just so good. Pavel Ketov, check 3 skill cast. What do you mean? Please state, bro. CJ only does raw damage, not enough utility to be worth fielding. I agree. When will you come to Russia to visit me, Friggy? It's a little volatile over there, from what I understand. Am I not right? I feel like I'm gonna get stuck over there. They're gonna see the beard and be like, "We have to keep that in our country. We can't let that leave." Any news about new Archer commanders? I'm thinking June, guys. June or July for Archer commanders. Alex, you have the wheel, but that delay does hurt people in your situation. Khan does desperately need to be added to the museum for sure. Hey, Drago, any news about new Archer commanders? I just answered that one. Daniel Cuttlesmith. I think June, July timeframe. Yeah, you don't have to max Guan either. Like, you lose the march speed bonus when you're going to structures, which is nice to have, but it's not critical. But as long as you got the first and the last skill maxed, everything else is fine. I wouldn't recommend if you're, you know, not sitting on, you know, 1,000 to 2,000 gold heads. I wouldn't max past that. Alistair, question for you, Drago. What would it take for you to use Leo again? 2k damage factor plus rework of 4 skill? I think the damage factor would definitely need to at least... Because look, with Mehmed and YSG, the only reason you're using them is because of their damage. And they're, you know, YSG is the first wheel commander you get in the entire game. Mehmed's a gold key commander, and they're outperforming damage-wise a MGE infantry commander. He would at least have to equal that, in my opinion. Because look at Scipio. He's got 2,000 to 4,200. We're looking at 600 to 1,800. It's less than if Scipio hits 1 target. Like, it's bad. Hardest enemy 307 has fought against. You have to make me think, man. My mind's not there right now. I'm on data at the moment, but I don't know. I'd have to go through all the KBKs and sort it out. I don't know if I'm able to commit to a kingdom number at this time. Yeah, Guan Yu. That's kind of where I was headed with my response to Friggy. I don't know if I want to go over somewhere that's currently at war with a neighbor and has imprisoned at least 3 Americans that I'm aware of within the last couple weeks. From a political standpoint, it sounds like a nightmare. So I'll probably stay away. But the U.S. is free and full of democracy. Friggy, you're more than welcome to come see me. Hardest opponent 916 is fault. The combination of 846 and 862 was the hardest opponent that we've fought. That's an easy one. That's an easy one. '93 was very strong as well. Okay. Are we gonna do any more of these? We're at 2.5 hours. Do we want to do any more of these, or do we want to have Drago finish this stuff later? And then on tomorrow's stream, hopefully we'll have the wheel. And I'll have this all filled out, and I'll have it up on my Discord as well. What do y'all think? Y'all want to do just a couple more, or do you want me to go ahead and finish this offline? And we'll come back tomorrow with the wheel, and we'll have this finished up. Daniel L., I would not recommend investing in Leo. And again, watch this stream over again. That's going to help you figure out why and if I'm correct. Tommy T, the problem people have is there a better option for Guan that takes only 190 heads. Pakal, CJ require max. True. Tommy T, so you're saying the problem people have is there a better option for Guan that takes only 100? Well, what version of Leo takes only 190 heads? Bitad X, I fought against you, Dragon, and I confirm it's not nice, solid team, and very active. Yeah. Could you do a video on the new jumping meta? The lack of jumping, is that what you're talking about? Constantine or Pakal in the MGE. You don't have Zenobia? Sergeant? You don't have Zenobia? Or Flavius? No, I still prefer Harald over CJ. Lost Enon. And yeah, Scipio 5511 is way better than 5511 Leo. Guan Yu. Is Sun Tzu better choice than Max Leo? I think it's borderline, but I think I would prefer it. I feel like I would prefer it. You're doing way more damage. You're generating tons of rage, which is way better than the 15% rage speed that you're getting from Leo. And then you're also going to be causing way more damage. You're going to be going a 10% all the time damage taken reduction, right? You get a 10% health all the time. And you get a 20% skill damage bonus. Yes, the answer is definitively yes. You'll get the option to pick a new kingdom that matches your power level. That's been around for a while, Robot. That's been around for a while. It's an event that lets you either migrate or stay, and it gives you a different event based off of your decision. Yeah, Robot, that's not a secret. I'm sorry. Everybody knows about that. That's not new, I guess is what I'm saying. Do you have access to the rewards like that? James, what do you mean? What rewards? 5511 Xeno, Flavius locked. Well, finish your Xeno, Sergeant. I wouldn't. I mean, unless you're going to be a rallier, I wouldn't recommend getting Pakal. And again, Constantine's kind of over as well, guys. I'm not sure what. I mean, he doesn't do much. Arflex, then why does everyone use Leo? Is everyone else delusional? Well, I think up until Scipio came out, Leo was the best that was available to go with Guan with all the other marches that you had. But now that Scipio is out, I feel like Leonidas is now on the bench because you have enough other commanders to use with Guan or use with Alex/Harald so that you don't need Leo anymore. Like, if I had Leo, Alex, Guan, CJ, and Harald, I would go Guan, CJ, and Alex, Harald. That's what I did. I did that during my last 307 KBK. Some people would go Guan, Leo, and Alex, Harald and leave CJ on the bench, and that's fine. But I'm just saying, look at the stuff here. You're doing 1700 damage factor to a single target with CJ, plus another 300 if it's under 30% health. Plus, you get an additional damage factor AoE, which is kind of meh, but you get a 40% attack bonus. There's no tankiness here. But you get 5% all damage bonus against Cav, and you get a skill damage bonus per stack of sacrifice, 5 to 40%, which, again, in reality, you're looking at about a 10% bonus the way that the stacking works. You have a 15% march speed, and you have a 40% chance to take 50% less skill damage, which is the majority of the damage that you're going to take as a march. So to me, CJ's almost as tanky as Leo, but does way more damage and has more utility. Yeah? That's kind of the way I feel. And more movement speed as well. But that's what I did. I'm just recommending. I'm showing you the facts. I'm showing you what Leo has. I'm showing you what all these commanders have, so that you can make an informed decision. And I'm just saying, looking at Leonidas's stats, right, as we put them on the spreadsheet, the damage factor is subpar to every other commander here, with the exception of Harald on a single march, but this can get fired off multiple times during your skill cycle. And that's AoE. That's a total number for 3 targets hit. We're talking a difference of 1,800 versus 4,200 versus 3,570 versus 5,250 versus 2,625 versus 2,835 from Mehmed, a gold key commander, is out damaging almost by double Leonidas. 4,200 for Guan, obviously. Plus 300, for the single target. So 2,100 technically. I'm not saying that everybody's wrong by using Guan Leo because it's a decent march. I'm just saying that you could be doing better. Now that Scipio is out, Scipio should replace Leo. Alex should be with Harald. Harald should be with Alex. And then that should be your 2 top-tier infantry marches. If you want to continue to go infantry, you can start working with maybe Charles CJ, or you can go with CJ Leo or Leo CJ if you want to do that. Or really, you can go CJ Pakal. You could do that as well, and that would be just fine. You could go CJ YSG. You could go CJ Mehmed. You could go CJ Honda. These are all good options. You don't have to use Leo. And honestly, all those other options that I just listed, I would probably use over Leo. It's just the way it is. POH, I'm not going over best Scipio pairs. I'm going over best replacements for Leonidas in your marches. And every single thing that I've gone over, in my opinion, is a better replacement than Leo would be. Even Sun Tzu. Why do Leo 5511 when you do Scipio 5511 or Honda 5511 and eventually max those commanders, and those commanders max will be way better than a Leo? That's correct. Drago, I have a Constantine and Pakal maxed. I only have 3 options. Zeno currently 5511, Leo currently 2111, and Flavius currently locked. I'm getting rank 1 in this MGE. If you're getting rank 1, are you going to be a Garrison player? If so, max Zeno. You need to unlock Flavius, though, man. If you feel confident that you can unlock Flavius on the next infantry MGE, at least unlock, then I would say take Zeno. But if you're going to be a Garrison main player, you should unlock Flavius, get first place with him, and you're going to have to use gold heads on both of them anyway. Wrong Hugh, do you think Charles CJ is decent? Yes, I do. People don't target Charles. And then Charles does the extra bonus damage to the secondary commander, which CJ has a 1,700 plus 300 additional conditional factor damage. Those are good. That's good. Plus all the extra skill damage bonuses, counterattack damage bonuses that Charles provides, plus the stats that Charles provides. It's all good. Schmarko G, and I'm sure every mid-high spender already knows he should be replaced. Even if you're not a mid-high spender, I think anything's better than the 5511 Leo that you might be using. Sun Tzu's better, in my opinion. Or again, Scipio 5511 would be better as a non-max spending player or a non-heavy spending player. Just me personally, guys. I'm not trying to be aggressive about this or tell you that you're wrong per se. I'm just trying to open the conversation, because based off the data that we've been going over for the last almost 3 hours, the value Leonidas brings in a real life battle, not named Canyon, not named Ruin/Altar fights where you go all the way down to 0 on your march, and not named Middle Arc fight. So all the main stuff that you actually fight for. Leo is not good. Based off of the stuff that we're seeing here, based off of what the conditions are for a lot of the bigger things that Leo is supposed to provide. Like, if his 4th skill actually worked the way it was supposed to, this would make a lot more sense. Or if it was just quicker to generate the stacks, it would be a lot better. Because at 40% all damage bonus, then you're talking about not only giving Leo a 40% boost here and going from 1800 to, what is that? Maybe 3000. 3000 AoE is a lot better. That puts you on par with YSG. That puts you on par with Mehmed, right? Which is not bad. But the benefit of that would be that 40% is also going towards Guan. Now that's good. That's where the value is, right? That's where you're getting the value. That's why I would bring a Leo instead of some of these other commanders, because that 40% that you're going to get and have more often would go towards Guan as well. Yes, I'm 100% behind that. But you don't get to 40%, especially in real fights. You just don't. It's just not there. And then even if you are fighting for a long period of time in those other situations, you still don't get to 40% because the proc rate is really low, okay? So you're not getting there. A lot of times you'll get to 20% at best, and then it resets. Or 10%, and then it resets. Very rarely do you get to 30 and 40%. It's very, very rare. That's all I'm saying. Sergeant, don't do it. Don't. You'll thank me. If you guys have not invested, this is the last thing I'm going to say before I stream up. If y'all have not worked on Leo yet, don't do it. Just unlock him and get the Writer of History bundle. You'll thank me later, okay? You'll thank me later. If you have started working on him, unless he's only got like 1 skill left to max him, stop working on him. Cut your losses. Start working on Scipio. Start working on Harald. Start working on better commanders, okay? He's not the worst commander in the world. He's better than Herman. He's better than Boudica. He's better than Markswoman, okay? He's not better than Scipio. He's not better than CJ, in my opinion. He's not even better than Sun Tzu, okay? In my opinion, based off of the facts and the stats and how the game actually works in conjunction with the spreadsheet. I hope that's been helpful for you all. It's been a little stressful on my side, but I understand why. So I'm not mad. I'm hoping we're all starting to come into what is now May 2022 in Rise of Kingdoms, knowing that because we have Scipio out, we now have better options for our Guan. Treat him better. Treat your Guan a little bit better. And throw a Scipio on there. Or maybe something different besides Leo. And let's move on. All right, guys. I think we're going to wrap the stream up. I love you all. I'm going to go ahead and finish this up on my side. Tomorrow, hopefully, we will have the Scipio wheel. I'm looking forward to doing that with you guys. I'll be double spinning max. on my 307 and my 916 accounts. Hope to see you guys then. Cheers. Love you all. Thanks for joining. I'll see you guys next time. Have a good one. And take care. Peace out.